AITA for telling my parents they need to find an alternative solution for long-term care for my disabled siblings because I will not be the solution. I, 19 male, have two older siblings who were both born with severe disabilities. Their disabilities are related to an inheritable gene that both my parents were carriers of, hence both of them having these disabilities. They had me so their disabled children would have someone to take care of them when they were gone. It was a gamble. I could have been disabled like my siblings and had an even higher chance at also being a carrier for the gene. My parents didn't look into that. They initially planned to adopt, but they were rejected because of my siblings being disabled, and it was decided they could not adequately care for another child on top of them. So they gave in and had me. Once they knew I wasn't disabled at birth, they no longer cared about my future because it was set in stone in their minds. I was raised to take over the care of both my siblings. I was taught what to do, how to do it, and my parents interfered in my success. They'd pull me out of school few enough times to cause trouble, but time just right to throw me off and leave me behind at school. Their aim was for me to do badly enough to either drop out or not graduate high school, so then I wouldn't leave for college. But I worked my ass off to do the best I could. My grades weren't great graduating, but they were the best they could be given the circumstances. I actually only learned about my risk of being a carrier in my final 2 months of high school. My parents didn't care because they never planned for me to marry or have kids, because again, I was supposed to be a carer the rest of my life. I moved out of my parents' house after high school and I'm in college now. My parents hate it. I'm mostly estranged and have not told them yet, but I got checked for the gene because I always wanted kids, but I knew I didn't want to risk having children with the same disabilities as my siblings. I'm not a carrier, which is rare apparently, but such a relief. But it made me more angry at my parents for not caring. They leave voicemails pretty frequently shaming me for going to college and moving away and not supporting them or my siblings. They talked about how out of practice I will be. So I decided to call them, and over the phone I told them I was not coming back and that they need to find an alternative solution for long-term care for my siblings because I won't be the solution. I won't sacrifice the rest of my life to care for them. My parents told me that was disgusting to say, and I should love my siblings more than enough to care for them, especially when they are the highest risk adults. AITA